Pop quiz. You're a Muslim, desperate to find a mosque that has been spray painted with stuff that you hope will be hate speech and something racist or something like that. But definitely something racist, even though anyone can become, Muslim. So you can go to the media and report it in an effort to help gain victimhood status for Islam. But what happens? Instead of a mosque being desecrated, you find an Islamic billboard that's pro-Islam. It says, Islam, you deserve to know. It'd be this thing right here. Islam, you deserve to know. But then you notice that it's been desecrated. Well, it really hasn't been so much desecrated, but what happens is this guy with the spray paint can goes up there, and he's painted Quran 9:29, Quran 9:1 through 5, Quran 9:111, Quran 4:24, Quran 18:74 through 81. Now, he's painted that up there. But not only has he done that, but he's also Quran painted Muhammad Tube, Christian, which is created by Christian Prince, Truth Tube, Prophet of Doom, Ahmed's Quran 5, formerly known as Ahmed's Quran 3, until the Muslims took it down, Bukhari Book 4, Volume 54 of the Hadith, 424, 421, Volume 7. I mean, if you were a Muslim and you saw that, would you still report it to the media or cops? Because if you did and it made news, would you want those things exposed? Because in Quran 9:29, that's telling about how the Muslims are to kill those who aren't Muslim, even if they are Christians and Jews, the people of the book. Quran 1 through 5 is about how Muslims are to break peace treaties and to rise up and kill those who aren't Muslim after forbidden months. And the only thing that keeps them from killing them is if they want to hear the Quran and read to them. And others that people want to become a Muslim. And then there's Quran 9:111, which is about fighting the cause of Allah. And there's 424, which, if you read it, removes African American complaint for the time the U.S. had slavery, because it says, forbidden to you are married women, except those whom your right hand possess. In other words, your married slave girls. And there's a Quran 1874 through 81, which, if you read it, opens the door to honor killing, because a traveling companion of Moses kills an innocent youth, an innocent boy, just by fearing that he'd grow up to disappoint parents or show ungratefulness to Allah. Then there's Quran 65 through 65 verse 4, which tells Muslim husbands that they can beat their wives if they're disobedient. I know Muslims say, oh, that just means tap, lightly. No, it says beat. And then there's Quran 568, which tells people of the book, Jews and Christians, they have no ground to stand upon unless they stand firm upon the Torah and Injil, which does not make sense. The Bible is false or corrupted. Then there's Quran 4:136, which tells you, a Muslim, that not only are you to believe in the Quran and Muhammad, you're also to believe in the messengers and the books of Allah, which means the Bible can't be corrupted. Or why follow Quran 4:136? And then there is Quran 10 verse 94, which tells you, a Muslim, to go to those who have read the before scriptures if you're in doubt about the Quran, which does not make sense. Because if you come to me for my reading the before scriptures, which is the Bible, you think I'm going to say, oh, that's talking about that's something that makes Islam look good, sound true. No, I'll be telling you that it's more likely I'll tell you about how Jesus died on the cross for the sins of the world. And then there's Muhammad Tube, which is created by Christian Prince, a native Arab speaker who is excellent at exposing Islam you, a Muslim, do not want the non-Muslim world to know about. Then there's TruthTube, which shows the fruits of Islam, which you, a Muslim, don't want the non-Muslim world to know about. Then there's Prophet of Doom, created by Craig Wynn, which is excellent at exposing the Hadith and Islam you, a Muslim, do not want the non-Muslim world to know about. Then there's Ahmed's Quran 5, formerly known as Ahmed's Quran 3, who was removed from YouTube by Muslims because he exposes the Islam you, a Muslim, do not want the non-Muslim world to know about. Then there's Bukhari, Book 4, Volume 54 of the Hadith, which has Muhammad saying that the sun, when it sets, not only prostrates under the throne of Allah, but asks permission to rise again, which does not make sense, because if you're taking a flight from Europe to the States, you'll notice that the sun never really sets. So it should be the earth constantly asking permission to keep on rotating, not the sun asking permission to rise, thus proving Muhammad is a false prophet. Then there is Bukhari 421, Volume 7, Book 71, number 664, which has Muhammad saying that if you eat 7 ajwa dates in the morning, it'll protect you all day from both magic and poison, which does not make sense. I mean, and which even you, a Muslim, do not believe in, because if you did eat 7 ajwa dates, do you think if you ate cyanide you wouldn't die? That is exposed on this billboard. Then there's Sunan Ibn Majah 520 and 521, which has Muhammad saying that water cannot be defiled except in taste, smell, and color, to the point where when they come upon a dead donkey in a pond, they still drink the water of that pond. You know, and Muslims don't believe that either, because if they did, they would take a pig poo shake after eating 7 ajwa dates, and they would drink down that shake thinking nothing's going to happen because the water can't be defiled, and they ate 7 ajwa dates in case it was. So they don't believe that either, but that would be on the billboard too. So if you, a Muslim, were really wanting to find something that sounded hateful, so you can say it's racist, you know, go to the media, and you came upon this sign, this billboard, well, would you, pop quiz, would you report it to the media and the cops with all that information on there, or would you go to your mosque and desperately have it try to paint it over and not say a thing, and hoping to Allah that no one stopped their car and wrote down those scriptures and Muhammad Tube and TruthTube and all that to look them up, where they could learn more about Islam that way? Would you do it that way? I'm betting it's the latter. But if not, if you'd still go to the cops and the media to report that and try to say it's racist and hate crime, let us know why, okay? Bye.